apparently on the debate last night, everybody went after Becerra, including Hilton.
Oh, he's a political hack. I mean, he's just representing the Pelosi wing of the party and the Biden wing of the party. So he is a complete hack. But it will be him versus Hilton, I predict, and he will sadly defeat Hilton. I hope I'm wrong, but based on historical precedent in that state, that's usually the way it goes. You know, unless, and again, this is because of Chad Bianco not bailing out, which would give Hilton about 30% of the vote at this point if you combine the two. They did it with Grok taking Bianco out of the race, a phony Manchurian candidate, in my humble opinion. But nevertheless, I believe it will still be the top two finalists, which will be Becerra and Steve Hilton, and then they will be both on the ballot in November. And then the big dogs will come out on Becerra's behalf, and that'll be Obama. That'll be, Hillary Clinton if necessary. He will be able to call in the big gorillas. Hilton, Trump is not going to help him in that state race. He's endorsed him, but he's on his own.
Well, he's not really much help for him. I mean,
I know.
Yeah, everybody go for Hilton, and they're sort of like, yeah, we know that.
But well, the endorsement was designed to get Bianco out of the race, and Bianco's just said, go fuck yourself. I don't care about Trump. I don't like him, and I'm a Republican who's a rhino and some sort of sheriff out in San Bernardino County somewhere, and he's there to undermine Hilton.
True.
But the other race is interesting.
This is more interesting to me because I feel like Pratt has actually made headway. Ironically, if you asked me 2 months ago, the Pratt race was even more of a joke. Yeah. And I feel like Pratt has proven a lot of people wrong, including me. Yeah. That he's much more formidable than people anticipated, and people are getting around him. But look now, all the celebrities supporting Spencer Pratt for LA mayor as his chances surge. Yeah, you were just talking about, hey, you need to get disinfected.
Right. I said this last week on the show that, and Mark Halpern, to his credit, said the same thing. It wasn't just me. Halpern says he needed these celebrities, industry celebrities, to come out on his behalf. Now, these are not major celebrities, but they are in that voting world, in that age group. These people that are listed here may not be household names to you, but they are to a lot of people in LA and in that generation.
Now, obviously, his wife is an obvious choice.
Yeah.
But then again, it depends. And then Kristen Cavallari, I'm not sure.
These are mostly reality stars. They're listing Joe Rogan as a fan, Partridge as a reality person.
Is it Partridge or Partridge?
Partridge, I'm sorry.
Brody Jenner. Yeah, these are kind of reality. But you know what, though?
They are influential out there. I mean, Paris Hilton. No. But these are names that you might know. But a lot of people know those other people far more intimately in the 30-year-old age group.
Yeah, I also want to point out, and I could be wrong, that these are the ones coming out now. But as he surges, other ones will jump on board because everybody likes a winner. So you might get bigger and bigger names who will say.
Not only that, if it's him and Bass, you have a campaign all summer. Meghan McCain, that's a good look. She's come out on behalf of him. I don't know what's going on with her body.
She's kind of just.
What is that?
That's her. I mean, she always kind of looks a little. I'm not trying to be mean, but yeah, that's how she looks. Okay, that's the best I can put it.
Oh, I guess we'll take it. But the reality of it is, it'll be a campaign all summer, with them being the top two choices. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Then you'll have a lot more wiggle room to have Mel Gibson come out and Diplo, whoever Diplo is.
I'm looking.
No. Again, these are not for you. That's what I'm trying to say.
I know, but...
Right. I know this is odd, but these are celebrities in that world.
I understand. And they may have other celebrities who are
They have millions. They have millions of followers. Is the point, Eric? They have millions of social media followers.
I understand. Jenny McCarthy, I know her.
Okay, well, this one for Eric.
There's James.
Okay.
So I mean, it's
something. You know,
it's for the stars or something, right? Yes. Okay, he's a dancer for the stars. Yeah.
Perez Hilton. Wow. I think he became a Christian.
Did he? Okay.
I think he found Jesus.
Nice car.
Yeah. He's the Liberace.
I was going to say, did he steal it from Liberace? Jonathan Food God. Okay. Sorry. Amber Rose. Yeah.
Oh, she's in.
Remember Amber Rose?
Sure.
From Slut Walking?
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, but, I mean, no, she was doing the slut walk thing like back in 2015 or 16, and then she's kind of turned Christian or something over time. Right. But she's interesting. The Bachelor, all right.
Keep in mind, these people have millions of followers on social media. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the audience. You know, you say, oh, this is not Meryl Streep, right? But no. Again, those are Marxist people who are the top stars in Hollywood. Those are Marxists. They're not going to be coming out for Spencer Pratt. Most of them, I think, what's his name? The director came out, big name director came out for Ramen yesterday, which makes sense because she's the Marxist darling.
I see. Yes. Well, I have her up next because every campaign has to run on ideas, and so she has a
new idea. Yeah.
This is perfect for summertime, folks. I mean, this is exactly what you want to do. It's summertime, so LA mayoral hopeful Nithya Raman proposes backyard barbecue ban. Obviously, those barbecues in the backyard are just running amok. I mean, is it propane pollution? What is going on?
No, she's claiming that, which is not insane, with 40-mile-an-hour winds, if there's a red flag warning that day, not to barbecue in the backyard. To be fair.
All right. Well, fair enough. Well, your other genius, the incumbent, she has her own ideas, and she made a really profound observation here.
How many people who are unhoused that you meet have no teeth at all? They don't have teeth. Why? Because meth rots your teeth. You can't succeed without teeth. Right on. So there needs to be comprehensive health care provided to people. How many people who are
unhoused? This may be the craziest thing she's said in years about giving meth addicts new teeth. I mean, this thing is so off the rails. First of all, nobody knows how this would ever be implemented. You've got these people running wild through the streets as zombies with machetes, but she's going to hold them down and do dental implants into their heads. Not that they won't be doing meth after that to get rid of the teeth that they put in there, but of all the priorities to come up with in a tight mayoral race, new teeth for homeless meth addicts. I'm telling you, their proposals are so desperately crazy and just designed to somehow break through the news. They're bereft of ideas. Let me just put it that way. And Pratt is coming out with 5 things a day while they're desperately yelling at their staff, I presume, to come up with something to justify their $275,000 a year salaries. And this is what they're coming up with at the 11th hour.
And I love the brilliance too. It's like, oh, let's fix their teeth, not let's get them off meth. No, right, of course, we're going to worry about their teeth. It's like,
no, it's insane.
Oh no, you're right. If the meth head has good teeth, then they can get ahead. Not that they have a habit that's going to run into problems with their work and responsibility and things like that. No, it's their teeth.
Well, she broke ground yesterday on this tiny homes project in East Hollywood. And it wasn't even her project. She leaped onto this other councilman who was shepherding this tiny homes project. And there was a Marxist revolutionary, a guy who Spencer Pratt posted just for the fuck of it, because he had a megaphone and was heckling Karen Bass the entire event. And they couldn't touch the guy because he was a black Marxist revolutionary.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, and he was denouncing her as a corrupt fraud. And it was so embarrassing because it was so loud that they were having a media event, and they turned around to him and said, This is a media event. He goes, what is that, a legal situation? Fuck you. And he kept blasting her through his megaphone, and the actual reporters didn't know what to do. Instead of interviewing him, one guy finally went to him and said, who are you? And he said his full name with his email address, and he said, send me any questions you want. I'll be happy to go on camera. And the guy went, oh, no, we don't want that. And he went back to trying to get a quote out of Bass, the regular reporter. They seem to think that these media events cannot be interrupted by other media. This guy obviously was, a street journalist of sorts, and he was there to cover the tiny homes thing by his favorite city councilman, who was an avowed Marxist, this guy, Hugo Martinez. So he was angry at Bass for jumping on the publicity of Hugo Martinez, the Marxist, for her own campaign. I thought, wow, these strange bedfellows.
And it's so funny because that the media is carrying water for her.
Oh yeah.
But if
he said that, he actually said that.
Right. And if they really wanted to shut the dude down, all they'd have to do is get one person over, pull him aside and start asking him a million questions, and he'd be quietly talking to them over there, and then you just throw the tape away. I'm surprised they're not bright enough to do that.
When you start hearing, my favorite moment in all of these is when you start hearing the phrase, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't even touch me. And that's usually when they back off, because they're on camera touching him. But when Karen Bass goes to leave in her SUV, this gigantic Cadillac SUV she has, she turns the wrong way on a one-way street, and there's a diesel rig blocking the street, and she can't leave the event. And the guy's going, how fitting, Mayor Bass driving the wrong way on a one-way street, blocked by a truck.
Amazing.
She's completely out of kilter at this point.